Hey there, it's Julie Tam, managing broker of LYN Realty in Houston, and you are looking at a lot of exciting activity going on in the garage of our new home in its final stage of construction. You're watching Smarter Real Estate Weekly on Wednesdays, and this is my special series, Building My Dream Home. And we have a two-car garage that's oversized and extended, and a car lift is being installed right now as we speak. The reason for the car lift is because we live in a floodplain. The home is built up high. As you can see, the cinder blocks, which are now painted white, before you saw them in their natural state of gray. And that height of the cinder blocks is above the 500-year floodplain, meaning it would take a catastrophic flood, even worse than Hurricane Harvey and all the other floods we've had, to actually flood this house. The sheetrock is above that, so we have over 8 feet of cinder blocks, and of course the vents where the crawl space is under the house. The garage, of course, is next to and attached to the house, but not under it. But yeah, you can see the car lift. They've actually placed it here just to assemble it, and then they will move it in place either on the right or the left side of the garage when we kind of look at its position and see what works best for us and our parking situation. The car lift will have a ramp where we'll drive up and we can drive onto the car lift. The car lift can actually be down on the ground in the lowest position, and then you would just drive right onto it, placing one tire on one side here, and you can see there's the texture to kind of prevent slippage, and then the other tire over there. It's supposed to hold 8,000 pounds, up to 8,000 pounds. That is the model that we got. We have SUVs and eventually potentially a pickup truck. And so this is the right size for us. It can also be lifted way up so where a car could park under it, including a higher car. And so in either position, it would work. And so, of course, if it's up, that would be the position we would put it in whenever there's a flood that's imminent. The garage is designed to flood. And as you can see, the staircase is also complete. They've painted the cinder blocks here white as well, and finished off with the iron railing on the stairs. Now, we had a couple of options to consider, and I will walk you through our thought process and to what we decided. So one is they could have done epoxy on this concrete floor for the garage, and also the stairs was another option. We decided against it because at the very end here, we've spent a lot of money on this home, and I just got tired of spending, and I'm like, you know what, it's a garage. It doesn't need to be that fancy. Who's going to come in and stare at your garage? Maybe the next buyer will want to have their fancy cars and a collection or whatever parked in the garage. We don't have a collection. And so I just thought that's just not where I want to spend my money. At some point, unless you have unlimited funds, you just have to decide what's important and where you should spend. And then on the stairs, same thing. I just kind of thought, just not feeling that right now. The other option for the stairs would have been to use the same wood flooring that we have throughout our home and go ahead and put that on the steps. But the thing is, of course, if it ever rained and flooded, then the wood floors on the lower steps would get damaged and we would have to replace them. And also there would be a bit of wear and tear just going up and down those wood floors with our shoes and, if we have rocks stuck in the bottoms of our shoes, for example. Whereas in our home, we keep our shoes off. We go around barefoot or with slippers and house slippers. So we wouldn't cause that kind of wear and tear and damage on our floors. And so that was our thought process behind that. I mean, it's certainly a good choice and an upgraded choice to do either epoxy or the wood steps, but we just decided against it. All right, let's take a look at some more things up on the wall that have been installed. You can see the Rainbird, the control for the sprinkler system that's now been installed all around the outside of the home, front, side, and back. And then up here, those white containers, that's part of the water filtration system. So we have a water softener system, which is great. It doesn't soften the water to the point where it feels like that slippery feeling, when you've washed your hands and you feel like you haven't gotten the soap off, whether or not you even used soap. That is really, really soft water. But this is not like that. It's a totally different type of system, which still purifies your water and softens it so you don't get all those hard water stains on your, faucets and just those deposits of calcium and all those minerals coming through your faucets and then potentially clogging up, the faucets and the shower heads and things like that. And so this is going to hopefully achieve that. and it's great. And then right next to it is the tankless water heater. So that is supposed to be energy saving and the newest, latest, greatest thing in today's water heater technology. And so we have that as well. So there's a tour of our garage. The other thing you can see is the LED lights that have been installed on the ceiling. And then we have our breaker box up at the top of the stairs, up on that platform there, the landing. So yes, it's all coming together, and we're excited to show you the finished product inside the house as well, and of course the entire exterior once that is all finished. I am Julie Tam, and I thank you for watching. I hope you will like this video if you found it enjoyable, and also subscribe so you don't miss an episode on YouTube, where I also post the link to Facebook and LinkedIn. You can watch in those places as well. And I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you again on Smarter Real Estate weekly on Wednesdays.